LeBron James of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors both previously stated that neither they nor their respective teams had any interest in a visit to the White House if they win the NBA championship. The Warriors routed the Cavs and swept them 4-0 like a grandmother sweeping dirt under the rug. However, it now seems like an invitation to the White House by President Donald Trump won't be coming anytime soon. President Trump stated to the media on Friday, "I didn't invite LeBron James, and I didn't invite Steph Curry. We're not going to invite either team." He also canceled a visit by the Philadelphia Eagles to commemorate their first Super Bowl win after the majority of the players publicly stated they planned to skip the visit altogether. The Philadelphia Eagles football team was invited to the White House. Unfortunately, only a small number of players decided to come, and we canceled the event. Staying in the locker room for the playing of our national anthem is as disrespectful to our country as kneeling. Sorry," Trump tweeted on June 4th. However, President Trump stated he would be more than happy to host the Washington Capitals. The Capitals recently won the Stanley Cup. He stated of his reasons for these decisions, "If they want to be here, it's the greatest place on earth. I'm here. If they don't want to be here, I don't want them." The Golden State Warriors completed a 4-game sweep of LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday night to capture their third NBA championship in 4 years. Leading the way was Curry and Kevin Durant, cinching the title on Cleveland's home court with a convincing 108-85 victory. Curry scored an impressive 37 points, and Durant added an additional 20 points to clinch the win against the Cavaliers. No White House invitation would be forthcoming for James and the Cavaliers since they lost. However, traditionally an invitation would have been extended to the champion Warriors following such a victory. It seems like Curry and Durant declared their lack of interest, so President Trump rescinded the invitation. That's when House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi stepped in. The Hill reports. Speculation has risen since the Warriors' Monday night championship victory that the team may skip out on meeting the president, as NBA champions traditionally do. Key members of the Warriors have been vocally opposed to President Trump during the campaign and since his election. Head coach Steve Kerr criticized his executive order on travel, and star player Stephen Curry said Trump is an asset if you remove the "et." Forward David West said earlier this year of Trump, "All the tactics that he used to get elected are the very things someone like me, who works with youth on a consistent basis, are the things that we try to talk our young folks out of doing." CNBC analyst Josh Brown tweeted that the Warriors are skipping the White House visit, although it was unclear what reports he was citing. A spokesman told ABC the team had no comment on reports that they would skip the White House trip. The Warriors on Monday night defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the NBA championship, their second in 3 years. In an effort to make all things Trump look as bad as possible, Pelosi along with Representative Barbara Lee, CAD, chose to invite the Golden State Warriors to take a trip to Capitol Hill instead of the White House. The @Warriors leadership is inspiring. I'd be honored to welcome the team to the U.S. Capitol. #Nation, Pelosi tweeted. Her district in San Francisco is located just minutes from the team's Oakland base. Pelosi and Lee sent a formal invitation to the Warriors and to head coach Steve Kerr on Tuesday. The invitation opened congratulated them on their triumphant back-to-back victory winning the 2018 NBA championship. The letter goes on to state, "With your third title in the last 4 years, the Golden State Warriors have once again dazzled America with your outstanding performance on the court and inspired leadership off the court. You continue to make the Bay Area and indeed the country deeply proud." The Liberal ladies then issued the invitation to Capitol Hill writing they would be delighted to have the Warriors visit publicly as a team or personally as families to Capitol Hill. Please consider this as a blanket invitation whenever your individual schedules allow. It is unclear if the team or individual players plan to take Pelosi and Lee up on their offer at this time, as it was extended just scant days after Curry declined to accept an invitation to the White House. This comes on the heels of a new poll conducted by America First Action Super PAC, President Donald Trump's official super PAC. The poll shows that Democrats in Ohio are in serious trouble of losing their re-election bids, while House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi proves to be an anchor on her party's November chances. Democrats seem to be struggling in Ohio, as well as across the country. President Trump is far more popular than Pelosi. Breitbart reports. When asked who they trust more to lead the nation, respondents overwhelmingly said President Trump and the GOP in Congress over Pelosi and Democrats in Congress. Trump leads Pelosi by double digits in this regard in Ohio, as 45% sided with him and Republicans, whereas just 35% sided with Pelosi and Democrats. America First Action Super PAC is President Trump's official super PAC, so of course, these results should be viewed through that lens. But the fact that the Senate race, governor's race, and the generic fight between Trump and Pelosi are each in the respective places they are right now much better for the GOP than most prognosticators and pundits who preach conventional political wisdom would have you believe is a boon for the GOP and offers a huge opportunity for the party to put the squeeze on the Democrats. Technically speaking, too, the names Pelosi and Trump are not on the ballot this year, with the exception of in Pelosi's congressional district in California, which she will win handily, where she faces voters again. But in many ways this midterm election is a referendum on both of them. Just because DJT, Donald J. Trump, isn't on the ticket himself doesn't mean that his wins, doesn't mean that his policies, doesn't mean that his presidency isn't in many respects on the ticket. Donald Trump Jr., the president's eldest son, said in a recent exclusive interview with Breitbart News Saturday on Sirius XM 125. "We have to get out there. We have to mobilize. We have to be aware of that. Because if Nancy Pelosi is in charge, taxes go up, the economy is going to go down, jobs numbers are going to go down. It's a really scary prospect." They're saying as much. They're literally saying they're going to reverse all of these things. And when I look at what are they trying to reverse, it's almost mind-boggling. It would be much more mind-boggling if I didn't realize these are people who have never done any of these things in the real world, so how could they possibly know? But when they're putting democratic policies ahead of the good things that could happen for our country, it's really scary. But that's exactly what's going on.